Hey everyone, and welcome back to a brand new video. So the recent collection that has come out is 24P, 24 pre-spring, and this collection is one of the collections. So there's two collections in the year, which is the pre-spring and the pre-fall. So pre-spring is P, pre-fall is B, and these collections tend to not have a runway show, so there isn't really as much advance notice of some of the ready-to-wear and accessories that are coming out. And yes, there are photos leaked online, of course, always, but there tends to be, there really isn't as much hype about these items until they actually hit the store, and that's when you can really discover them. So I did have a chance to go check out the boutique recently. There are 3 boutiques in my city, and I was able to check out one of them, and saw some pretty interesting pieces. Now, not all stock has come in, but the nice thing about the pre-spring and pre-fall collections, because they don't have these massive runway shows, is these pieces tend to be better priced. I can't speak for bags, obviously, and a lot of the bags that I did see, there's a lot of lilac, really beautiful lilac, and a lot of new styles, but the pricing is really high. Because classics are even higher, so of course they can charge $7,000 to $8,000 for like a seasonal bag. So yes, I was gasping all over the boutique looking at some of these prices, and I'm like, oh. But I guess there is something for everyone. Anyway, so I was able to pick up a piece I saw, and it's a pretty hot item, I think, because of the price point. And I picked up a pair of shoes, so I thought I'd show you, and I'll show some other items that I saw in boutique as well. So the first piece is a piece of ready-to-wear, and it's a t-shirt. And this is actually a different garment bag. I haven't received a garment bag like this before, so it's kind of cute. Usually their garment bags that they had for their knits and their t-shirts, etc., they had it's fabric, but then they'll have like little perforations or little holes so you can get air flow through. This one doesn't, but again, this is a thinner, I'm kind of giving it away, but thinner cotton material at the back that can let air through, and at the front you've got more opaque material. And the garment bag, it says Chanel on there, and it's got a nice little bow. So it's changed. I remember they used to have the bags, the big white bags with the bow. That was for their ready-to-wear. That's how they would give it to you. Now they give you ready-to-wear in the black bags like this, and now they give you these. So that's different packaging now. And here we are. And I'll do some modeling shots in the cutaway. So I saw this piece, and it's a black and white cotton knit shirt. So their pre-spring ready-to-wear tends to be composed of a lot of cotton, and their pre-fall tends to be a lot of wool and cashmere. I love the pre-fall collection, like the B collection. I realized I have quite a few pieces from that collection, just because I gravitate more towards the fall items. But this is a very stretchy shirt, which is wonderful for me because I'm between sizes right now after baby. And this is a little bit bigger than my pre-pregnancy size. So usually pre-pregnancy I would be in these type of shirts, I would opt for either a 38 or even a 36 because of how stretchy they were. This is a size 40, and this fits me now. It's very forgiving and stretchy, but of course it'll fit me even as I lose the weight for sure. And it's black and white with these stripes. I like the stripes going up the top because it balances out my hips. So I have wider hips, I'm narrower at top, I don't have very broad shoulders. So having the stripes works because it creates the illusion of a broader top half. Some of you who are broader up top may not want that. So, it really depends on your body type. There's a sort of like a velvet logo there. That says Chanel, and it's stitched all the way around. And this is the weaving. And at the bottom, there is this pink, baby pink stripe that really hits you at like a narrow point. So it's quite flattering. It's not super cropped, but it's not super long either, which is perfect for somebody who is pear-shaped, because when you get into a longer t-shirt, it stretches around the widest part of you and it's like weird, versus this kind of stops short of that, so you don't get that collision there. So this is that piece, and the arms aren't super short. They come up to about here, so you'll see that in the Mod Shot cutaway. I'll give you the item code if anybody is... Oh, there is no... The tag is a little bit different. That's interesting. So this is the tag, but there is no photo of what the garment looks like. Typically I would see that, but they don't have that anymore. So there's no item code on here, there's nothing. So when I put this away, I'm gonna have to write down what it is, because I'm definitely gonna forget. A lot of my tags have pictures of the items and the collection and all that, so it's already labeled for me. That's really interesting. So this is 82% cotton and 18% polyamide, but for anybody, I mean, if this helps anybody in looking for it, but it is on the, it's actually not on the website. I only see it in purple. So there's a lilac version of this, different color scheme. And there's also a dress version of this. So that's actually quite nice. And I was looking at that, I'm like, okay, the price is not bad for a ready-to-wear piece. And it's, for once they have a dress that is below the knee. Always, always, always Chanel. You guys always make your dresses shorter than the knee. And especially if you're bigger on the bottom, it just hikes up the dress even more. So it's dangerous if you're gonna sit down. And they're knit dresses, so it's a very awkward, we have a very narrow window of opportunity to wear that, especially where I live, because either it's really cold or really hot. We don't have a lot of that crisp, dry weather where you would wear a knit dress. So I like the fact that it has longer sleeves, and that, or not longer sleeves, I think it's just longer. And I'm actually really interested in that. And it comes in like a cream off-white color, and I'm pretty sure it comes in this color scheme because I saw Maria Dragonova after I bought this modeling that in one of her videos. So I wouldn't be opposed to getting something like that if I do see it in boutique, but that's one piece. The other piece is a pair of shoes, and this is a pair of slingbacks. Slingbacks have all of a sudden become super, super popular. Ever since Sophia Ricci, who is, you know, somebody that people really look up to for style inspo, a lot of the younger generation, ever since she started wearing them, you cannot get slingbacks in store anymore unless you're right at the forefront of the collection release. But I found a pair of slingbacks in my size. Now usually I'm a size 40 in their shoes, but for slingbacks, because they're very narrow, I would go for a 41, and if possible, get a C width, which is a wider width. This is not a C width, this is a 41, and 41 will work for me. So that's what I do with like pointed shoes and narrow shoes. So the packaging hasn't really changed for their shoes. You have a little care card, 2 dust bags, 1 for each shoe, and I was in the market for like a nude slingback, and the classic nude, which is that beige and black, I do have flats in them for many years ago, and those are good, but you know, for somebody, like if you're darker skin tone, it looks yellow, right? And I wanted a darker nude. They did release a darker nude for one collection, but I didn't find my size in that. I couldn't find it. But this is like, the light is kind of washing it out, but it's like a darker blush nude, more of like a darker blush. And this is so flattering. I'll try this on for you and put it in like the cutaway footage. But, and this is the regular heel, because this collection, I mean, there's a little CC on the side. This collection, they released slingbacks with the higher heel, and no, if I'm gonna wear a higher heel, then I'm gonna wear a stiletto. I'm not gonna wear a slingback. But these are really nice. So the cap toe is like their classic Cloquin cap toe in black. the whole idea of the sling back is to, you know, especially in nude colors, is to elongate the leg, but then make the foot look smaller by stopping it with the black cap toe. So it's an illusion. But very sensible shoes. So I do have another pair of slingbacks that I purchased. I don't think I've put up that footage, but same idea. They're in a denim, and they're a 41, and they fit just fine. They're actually quite comfortable to walk in, and I will say that I'm really quick to tell you if something's uncomfortable versus comfortable. Oh, this is a 41C. Lovely. So this is just perfect. I would go with the C width if you've got wider feet, for sure, and up a whole size. So these are the blush nude slingbacks. So if any of you guys are, you know, South Asian, Middle Eastern, have similar skin tone to me, you might appreciate these because they're not yellow, they're a bit pinky, but not totally pink. They're a really nice color, and can't wait to wear these when the weather permits. Let me share actually the item code for this one. I realized I didn't give that to you. There we are. In boutique, I saw a few items. I did see some new styles of handbags. There's a top handle bag that looks quite similar to a kind of like a cocoa handle, but not really. And that was around like just above 7K. So I was like, wow, like it's pretty expensive, but you know, if anybody is looking for a new handbag, that's actually a good one. They had several of these mini bags with like pearls and charms, which definitely bump up the price. I did see the mini trendy CC, but that's from the previous cruise collection, which is really cute, really nice size. Again, that's higher than what I paid for my trendy CC in the regular size, but that's just how things roll. They had several ready-to-wear pieces. There was a jacket that I really liked. It was kind of like a cardigan. I'm not sure about it yet, but it's half sleeve. They have a lot of short sleeve over pieces, which again, we have a very narrow window of weather to wear something like that, because it has to be cold enough for you to wear a knit, but then not so cold so you can wear half sleeve. So it has to be that in-between weather. So if you guys live in like California or yeah, something like that, where you do have like a milder winter, then something like that would work for you. But definitely would have limited utility for me here, but I did really like the look of it. I think I can style it with a long sleeve, but let's see. So yeah, that is what I bought from the new collection, and I hope you guys found this helpful if any of you are looking for similar pieces. Hopefully the item codes were helpful to you for any of you who are tracking them down. The collection launched about a week ago, so not everything has come into boutique, so maybe now is a good time to go in because they should have quite a bit of stock right now. I will see you in my next video. Bye.